any tool or technology is only as powerful as the human inputs are that are put into the utilization or the activation of a tool. And right now, we have evolved from artificial intelligence to generative AI to now we're in a space where people are using generative AI to build their own agents. Agentic AI is what this phase is called. If you want to build your own AI agent, the first thing you need to do is give it a purpose. In other words, you need to define for the agent who it is and what it is doing. So what is this agent doing for your business? If you are a content generation agent that is intended to be used by a specific person to create a specific type of content, then spell that out. You need to have a unique purpose for an agent. An agent is an AI iteration that is really focused on a specific task or category of tasks. It's not like there's going to be this one massive super agent that can do everything. The power lies within thinking strategically about what processes or what pieces of your business that you want to build an AI agent for. So step number 1 of 5 in designing and strategizing your own AI agent is understanding what's its purpose. You know you want an AI agent and you have a specific purpose in mind for this agent, but you're not quite sure what to think of next in your strategy. Well, my second of 5 steps in conceptualizing and strategizing your AI agent is to really hone in on the capabilities. That is the capabilities of the agent, and typically they are designed around an output. So what type of output or outputs will this specific agent be used for? For example, I have an agent that I have designed that is intently designed to respond to press pitches. So if there's a press query out there that I find of sources or any of the others that are out there, I will take that query, I will put it into my agent that I have trained on my content, my knowledge base, and other press releases that I have done, and then I will put the query in there to get an initial outline of thoughts that then I can expand on. So number 2, you need to know what capabilities you want your agent to have. You're building your own AI agent and you know its purpose and you know the capabilities, steps 1 and 2. You know who the agent is or what process it is doing and what the capabilities or outputs are that you want this agent to achieve. Now it's time for step number 3. Step number 3 is knowledge. What knowledge base do you want the agent to be able to pull from? Do you want it to access open sources or do you want it to be a closed source? For example, in the agents that I have operating under my business, I keep them as a closed source. I want them to only pull information from and retrieve information within the documents that I have uploaded. Some of those will include transcripts of speeches, podcasts that I've been on, articles I've written, copies of my 4 books, all of those things designed in a knowledge base to help the agent I have designed more accurately be able to answer and respond to questions. Now, again, I'm still keeping human in the loop here, but this is getting me 5 steps ahead with the click of one button instead of doing that work all manually. And even better, again, it's retrieved from my own knowledge base that I've used to train the agent. When it comes to building your own AI agents, you need to know its purpose, the capabilities that it has to do outputs, the knowledge base you're going to train it on, and number 4, you need to know the guardrails. That's right. What are the limitations or the instructions that you're going to put on this agent? What can it do? What can't it do? What can it reference? What can't it reference? What parameters do you want to have around the outputs that are given? Do you always want it to reference and cite back to other sources, letting you know where in your database it retrieve that information from? Do you want it to spell out its reasoning for you? Do you want it to be able to show its work, if you will, like we used to have to do on math problems in elementary school? All of these are guidelines and parameters, instructions for the specific behaviors you want your agent to take. Think of it as the safety bumpers in a bowling alley. If you put those bumpers up, you know whatever result is, that ball is going to stay between those 2 bumpers and hit something, even though you won't be able to pinpoint it exactly. It's the same type of thing when it comes to instructions, capabilities, of course, but instructions and guidelines, the parameters that you're setting on your AI agent. How does your AI agent talk to and reference other systems? Well, if you're building your own agent, you've already one, identified a purpose for that agent, two, outlined the capabilities or outputs that you want that agent to be able to achieve, three, you've set up the knowledge base that the agent can pull from or reference, and four, you've given it instructions, guidelines, parameters on how it can operate. For example, only use this brand language and upload your brand guidelines. Now, the last thing to start thinking about when you're thinking of this agentic strategy is to think of what integrations are possible. Where is your customer data? Where is your organizational data? How can you be feeding the knowledge base of your agent if that's what you need it for? Or how can you be connecting to other data systems that you have so that your agent is continually updated and able to provide the best, most accurate information for integrating using APIs or other connections? This is really the advanced level of agentic AI. And when you can get your AI agent to connect to multiple systems to streamline your processes, you've gotten not only more automation, more efficiency, but now if you keep your team in the loop, and I always recommend right now a human in the loop process still before things are just fired off, you're getting them 5, 6, 7, 8 of 10 steps to the final solution so that they can use their brains to put those finishing touches, those empathetic touches, those really strategic human contextual touches that no machine right now is doing. So thank you for following along on this 5-video series on different parameters for how you can start strategizing and conceptualizing your own AI agents.